Hello everyone and welcome to Knowledge Hub, where we explore the fascinating stories and events that shaped our world. In this video, we will talk about the Arab-Israeli Wars, a series of military conflicts that spanned over 6 decades and involved Israel and various Arab countries. But before we dive into the details, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. The Arab-Israeli Wars have their roots in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when two nationalist movements emerged in the Middle East. Zionism, which sought to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine, and Arab nationalism, which sought to liberate the Arab lands from Ottoman and European colonial rule. The two movements initially coexisted peacefully, but tensions rose as Jewish immigration increased and the British Mandate of Palestine failed to fulfill its promises to both sides. The first major conflict erupted in 1948, when the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into a Jewish state and an Arab state. The Jews accepted the plan, but the Arabs rejected it and declared war on the newly proclaimed State of Israel. The war lasted for about a year and ended with armistice agreements that left Israel in control of most of the territory allocated to it by the UN plan, as well as some additional areas. The war also created a massive refugee problem, as about 700,000 Palestinians fled or were expelled from their homes. The next war broke out in 1956, when Egypt nationalized the Suez Canal, a vital waterway for international trade and oil transportation. This angered Britain and France, who owned the canal company, and Israel, who saw it as a threat to its security. The three countries secretly plotted to invade Egypt and regain control of the canal. However, their plan was opposed by the United States and the Soviet Union, who pressured them to withdraw their forces. The war ended with a UN-brokered ceasefire that restored the status quo ante bellum. The most decisive war took place in 1967, when Israel launched a preemptive attack on Egypt, Syria, and Jordan, who were massing troops along its borders. The war lasted only 6 days, but resulted in a stunning Israeli victory that captured the Sinai Peninsula, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. The war also marked a turning point in the Arab-Israeli conflict, as it demonstrated Israel's military superiority and territorial expansion, while humiliating the Arab states and radicalizing their populations. The Fourth War occurred in 1973, when Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on Israel on the Jewish holy day of Yom Kippur. The war caught Israel off guard and inflicted heavy losses on its forces. However, Israel managed to repel the attack and counterattack across the Suez Canal and into Syria. The war ended with a UN-mediated ceasefire that led to the first peace talks between Israel and its Arab neighbors. The war also showed that diplomacy was possible and necessary to resolve the conflict. The last major war happened in 1982, when Israel invaded Lebanon to destroy the Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO, which had been launching attacks from there. The invasion sparked a bloody civil war in Lebanon and drew in other actors such as Syria, Iran, and Hezbollah. The war lasted for 3 years and ended with an Israeli withdrawal under international pressure. However, Israel remained in occupation of a security zone in southern Lebanon until 2000, when it withdrew unilaterally. In 2006, another war broke out between Israel and Hezbollah over a cross-border raid that killed several Israeli soldiers and kidnapped 2 others. The war lasted for 34 days and ended with a UN-brokered ceasefire that called for the disarmament of Hezbollah and the deployment of peacekeepers along the border. The Arab-Israeli wars have had significant impacts on the region and beyond. They have shaped the political and diplomatic landscape of the Middle East, influenced the development of nationalism, identity, and resistance movements among Arabs and Israelis. Affected the security and stability of neighboring countries, created humanitarian crises and human rights violations, generated international involvement in mediation efforts, and influenced public opinion and media coverage around the world. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions about this topic. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos.